Hello. Is anybody out there? I'm just going to wait a few seconds. If you're watching, welcome to my first live for Love, Life and Travel. I hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, make sure you let me know because I'm using a new microphone. If you can't hear me, also let me know. I'm just going to wait for a few people to jump on in. Don't forget to say hello in the comments. Let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. And don't forget to ask some questions. Just waiting. I'll give a few minutes because sometimes it takes a little while. So anyway, my name's Beck, if you don't know, or Rebecca. But I'm just doing my first live, and it's very daunting because I think I'm talking to myself, possibly. I think there's one person watching, possibly. Now I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm blind. Okay, here we go. Kathleen Prescott, hi. How are you going? I can see you. Oh, no. Thanks for joining. So today we're going to do a live because I haven't been able to record a video for this week. And I thought I would jump on and we could talk about travel because that's my favorite subject. We could talk about life and I don't know, anything you want to ask pretty much. I will have a look at the questions and decide which ones I'm going to answer. Yeah, Dad, if you're watching, hi. Anyway, so a few more minutes just in case. How's everyone's day been? Today has been a busy day for me, but I will talk about that later. Is anyone else going to tune in? Okay, well, I don't see. Give it a few more minutes. So what have you been up to today, Kathleen? Can you let me know what you've been doing today? Anything exciting? Sorry, long radio silence. I'm just waiting to see if anyone comes on in. Anyway, I'm just going to start talking. And if you watch it back later, then it'll hopefully all make sense. But anyway, my name's Rebecca and I am the face of Love, Life and Travel. And I started this YouTube channel possibly at the end of last year, I think it was. Originally, I just started filming vlogs, everyday vlogs, and then it kind of progressed into travel, which is something I'm really passionate about. And so I ended up making travel vlogs, mostly around Brisbane and Gold Coast. However, I would like to venture further afield one of these days. Before that, my background is in travel. I was a travel agent for over a decade and worked in call centres and retail stores and worked from home as a travel agent. And I have had a lot of travel experience as well, which I will talk about as well. But I'll leave that for a moment. What has that? You've been pruning bushes. Okay, that sounds fun. Okay. I take it you're a good gardener. I'm not very good at gardening. I'm trying though. I'm trying to grow some plants. I actually have grown some lettuce and I have some strawberries growing, and my celery that I planted into my garden has now died, which is sad. But anyway. We have some carrots coming through, so that's pretty exciting. I've always wanted to grow my own vegetables. I've just never got around to it, and now I've started. We'll see how it goes. Okay, put my glasses on again. Should leave them on, but it's a reflection of the thing. These teddies here. Hi, Emily Jane. My beautiful daughter gave them to me. She surprised me with them. They're so cute, aren't they? I love them. I like the sparkly ones. Anyone who knows me knows I love sparkles. Pink and sparkles are my thing. So yes, they are sparkly, but I thought they were pretty cute. Exciting, I know. Okay. What's my favorite TV show? Oh gosh, I think top of the list would have to be The Office. I love The Office. yeah, I guess that's my favorite. I also love Married with Children and Buffy. But they're old, so yeah. Current favorite TV show, I think, would be, I don't know. I don't really watch TV anymore. I just watch like old shows. I don't really watch anything on TV. I do watch travel vlogs on YouTube. Does that count? Yeah. But yeah, favorite TV show out of all, I would say The Office. Does anyone else like The Office? Let me know. What's your favorite TV show, Emily Jane and Kathleen? Best suggestions to travel bloggers to watch. Well, Love, Life and Travel, of course. No. As well as that, my favourite travel bloggers are, well, the Australian ones would be Flying the Nest, who I've been watching for about 5 years now. They're an Australian couple from Perth, and they have 2 young children, and they travel with their kids now. Also, Travel for Phoebe. She's from Queensland as well, and she really inspires me, and yeah, she's awesome. So look her up. She's actually currently traveling around Paris and around Europe. And well, so I watch Tread the Globe, Travel Beans, Kinging It. They're all my favorites. So yeah. Oh, The Good Doctor. I love The Good Doctor. Freddie Highmore. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good show as well. That actually was surprisingly not a bad show. What else? I also like all the old TV shows, like some others do have them, and Love Thy Neighbour and Keeping Up Appearances, those sort of shows. The English ones, I love them as well. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so as I was saying, I haven't done any videos last week or this week. I just had a lot going on in my life, and to be honest, well, the first week I was in hospital actually, so I didn't really feel like recording anything when I came out. And then the second week, my daughter's been in and out of hospital as well, and just got a lot going on, and I just decided not to do it this week. But I will have a video next week, because this week I'm going to the Brisbane Ekka, and I'm going to record some of that. So that'll be in next week's vlog. What are your plans for dinner? Anything yummy? Well, because my daughter didn't feel like eating tonight, and it was video night, Pizza Hut. Actually, here's a question. Who likes to have pineapple on their pizzas? You've got to have pineapple on your pizza. That's the only way to have it. Billy and Keely and King and Air King in that. Billy and Keely, I think you've shown me those before. That's that lady from Wales. Is that right? Pineapple on pizza, what a crime. No, it's the only way to have pizza. I love pineapple on pizza. I'm actually, yeah, I think it's the only flavour I really eat, that and pepperoni. I thought you didn't want any pizza. Someone asked you that and you said you didn't want any before. Anyway, those who don't know, Emma Jane's my daughter. Anyway, I was going to talk. So what I've done, I did ask people to send in questions, and no one did. So while you guys are asking questions here, I also have pulled up some questions to ask myself. Just random ones. I've got a whole list here. I'll just randomly pick some. So what have we got here? What is your favourite city? That's a trick. Okay, I've got a couple of favourite cities. New York, London and Paris. But out of those 3, I'm going to go to London, because it's not where I was born, but like it's my roots, and I love the history of London, and visiting all the landmarks, and I just love the shopping, and I don't know, I just love London. When I land in London, it always feels like I'm landing home. So I'm going to say London's my favourite city. Have you got any pets? Actually, one of them was in here not long ago, but she disappeared. So yes, we have a dog called Ollie and a cat called Luna. She's very affectionate. She loves her cuddles. And before the live went live, she was actually walking across here. So she's gone. She disappeared. But yeah, she might come back shortly. I love York. Yes, York is lovely. Like the shambles, how the buildings are nice and close, and haven't been there for ages. Time to go back. Okay. Emily Jane, what's your favourite city? Where would you rather be right this moment? That's what this is. Yes, it does. Where would I rather be right this moment? Anywhere but here. Probably the US or London would be my answer. Do you prefer a window seat or aisle seat? Window seat always, because I like to, especially on a long haul flight, I like to be able to lean against the window. I like to be able to look out the window to, I don't know, look down on the clouds to make sure that the engines are still going. No, I just like the window seat. It's more comfortable and I can just sleep better next to the window. Where is the weirdest place I've slept during my travels? Probably an airport floor. I think I did that in Singapore. Yeah, when you haven't slept on a long haul flight, you can sleep on the floor. Dream holiday destination, and what would you do there? Actually, okay, so I would say a dream holiday destination at the moment would be Lapland, Finland. I would really like to go and experience that and do like husky rides and do the reindeer ride and meet Santa, because that's where Santa lives. And then I would head down to Europe, and I really, 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 really want to see the Christmas markets in Germany and Austria and Switzerland. But Germany and Austria, I'll settle for that. Yeah, I've always wanted to do the Christmas markets. So that'd be my dream trip. Go to Finland first, then head down and do the Christmas markets in Europe. What about you, Emily Jane? Okay. What's a funny or strange travel story? Okay. When I last went to Singapore, we put the travel wallet with all the plane tickets and passports and everything, we put them in the safe to make sure they were safe. And at the end of the trip, we checked out and we got on the train and headed to Singapore airport. And we were probably only 5 minutes from the airport. I've been on the train for a while when we realised that we no longer had our passports and tickets with us. I happened to go down to my bag. I wanted to see what gate we had to go to because I'd already pre-checked in. And I looked in my bag and I was like, oh no. Yeah, I remembered that we'd left them in the safe. So we had to ring the hotel and ask them, could they go into the room that we were in and break into the safe and find our documents? And then they ended up couriering them to the airport. We had to pay for them to be personally delivered to us at the airport with like minutes to spare before checking the gate closed or whatever. So that was pretty stressful. And now a bit of a tip, actually, if you're going to be leaving your documents in a hotel room safe, put one of your shoes in the safe that you're going to wear on the day that you're traveling, because you're going to need that shoe and you'll remember, it's in the safe. When you go to the safe, you'll find that you have your travel documents. So that's a bit of a tip for you. I'd like to go somewhere cold and pretty, maybe Japan, and see, yes, see the cherry blossom trees. Yes, I'd like to go to Japan as well. Japan's high on my bucket list. I really want to see the snow monkeys. That'd be awesome. I've wanted to see them for so long. So, but I want to go in winter. So it's actually snowing. That'd be nice. Yeah, so Japan is definitely high on my list as well. Embarrassing travel stories. Okay. It's not really embarrassing. It's kind of funny. Okay, so if anyone knows me, I have a phobia of butterflies. I know, just the way it is. And I was in Thailand and I had the chance to go to a elephant sanctuary and got to bathe some elephants. And I ended up getting on the back of an elephant. And as I was on the back of the elephant, a butterfly started flying towards me, and rather than being scared of the enormous mammal that I was astride, I was more scared of this little butterfly that was flying towards me. But I didn't want to squeal, as I normally do when I see a butterfly, because I didn't want to startle the elephant. So I was like petrified of this elephant, of the butterfly, which is kind of like funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but so yeah, that's kind of one of my stories, I guess. Does anyone else have any strange phobias? I used to be terrified of thunderstorms, actually, really badly. If you ask my family, when I was younger, I would, if I knew there was a storm coming, I would go around and close all the curtains, and I'd take off my jewelry, and I would hide behind the couch. There was like a corner couch, and I used to hide behind. And my brother actually used to tease me a lot, and he'd poke me and maybe think it was the lightning striking me or something. And then when I was like, I think I was about 19, one of the TV stations asked for people to come forward who had a phobia of storms, and so I came forward, and they interviewed me and asked me to go and see a psychologist at the University of Queensland. And so my boyfriend at the time came with me, and I had to go, and they did like exposure therapy. They recorded it for the TV show and everything, but it was exposure therapy. And all I remember was the psychologist had the most weirdest voice, and I just kept giggling at this voice, and I was so distracted by his voice that I actually wasn't getting any benefit of this exposure therapy. So yeah, my fear of storms, I think, went once I had kids, because then I had to be brave for my children. And then I'm out there not out there, but like at the back door taking photos of lightning and stuff. It doesn't bother me. I love storms now, as long as I'm not like driving in it or something. Yeah, so that's another story. Rome. Rome. I wouldn't say it's strange, but I hate the ocean. Oh yes, and silence. Rome. Yes, Rome is beautiful. I love Rome. Seeing the Colosseum, like, and the history and everything, that was pretty exciting. Yeah, phobia of the ocean. That's right. So yeah, it's not really the ocean I'm scared of. It'd be more what's in it, like sharks. But I've got an agreement. I stay out of the ocean, then the sharks won't touch me. Fear of silence. Okay. Okay. Main concern when traveling, safety, probably. Like, you have to have your wits about you when you go to a new destination, and don't like make it obvious that you're a tourist, especially places like Paris and Rome and those sort of places. A lot of pickpocketers, especially around Eiffel Tower in Paris and around the Spanish Steps in Rome. How do you deal with jet lag? Well, I don't know. It's really hard, because there's a lot of tips out there to deal with jet lag, but really there's not much you can do about it. It still hits you. You're meant to try and adjust to the time zone you're going to. So you're meant to, you need to try and sleep when you know it's their nighttime while on the plane. But that's really hard to do, as you know. But I would suggest once you get there, if you get there in the morning, don't go and lie down. Make sure that you drop your bags off at the hotel and then go out and try and adjust to their daylight. And once you do get like sunlight, it helps your circadian rhythm to kick in and hopefully help you stay awake a little longer. Yeah, just try not to go to bed when you first get there, unless you arrive of an evening, and then that's better, because then you can kind of adjust straight away to their night. The worst, I think, is when I come back from the UK. I mean, going that way is bad too, but coming this way, they say if you're traveling east, it's actually worse. So that's definitely true. But I would, just make sure you try and adjust to their time zones. And there's actually, you can do, I think it's called light therapy. You can buy these things on Amazon. It's about the size of an iPad, and it emits the light. That special kind of light, I forget, is it blue light? I forget. Anyway, and if you put that in front of you for like 15 minutes, it's supposed to help with your circadian rhythm as well. Yeah, jet lag is horrible. Okay, let's keep going down. Um, what's the last concert you went to? It was either Ed Sheeran or Darren Hayes. I think it was Ed Sheeran. That's the second time I've seen Ed Sheeran, and he was amazing. Very, very talented artist. What was the last concert you went to, Emily Jane? What was the last concert you went to, Kathleen? That'd be a while ago. Would it be Cliff Richard? Because I think I went to that with you. Top 3 things on my bucket list. Number 1 at the moment would be I really wanted to have a big celebration for my 50th birthday, which is in December, and I really wanted to be overseas for that. Originally, it was going to be London. That was my dream, but originally it's going to be New York, and then I moved it to London. But I don't think either of those are going to happen. I'll probably end up going down to the local pub or something. Top 3 things on the bucket list. So there's my 50th birthday. Like I said, I want to go to Finland and do the European Christmas markets. And I would love to go to Alaska and do one of those Alaskan cruises. That'd be awesome. What did I want to be when I was a kid? I think, kid, I don't know. Teenager, I wanted to be a famous pop star. I wanted to be the next Kylie. And I also wanted to be a flight attendant. And I did actually start applying to be a flight attendant when I was 20. And I got as far as going for a medical and assessment in New Zealand for Air New Zealand. And that fell through. And then I stopped applying because I went on to have a family. And but now my children are almost all grown up and left home. So I thought I might try again. So I'm applying again. And I have been accepted through to the 3rd stage, I think, up to with Virgin Atlantic, and been invited to an interview assessment day in London at the end of the year. And I've also applied to Virgin Australia, and I've just got through the 2nd stage, and I'm waiting to hear back to see how far, whether I can get through to the next one. I think the next one is the assessment day, so we'll see. Waiting to hear back from Virgin Australia. I did get accepted by Jetstar, and they told me that I was through to the assessment day, but then they scrapped it and said that they'd taken the position away, saying they filled the position. So yeah, but see, I'm trying again. So never give up on your dreams, people. Never too old to try again. Come on, need some more questions. Anyone? Someone say it was biggest struggle experience of travel. Okay. Do I have a favorite airline? I would probably say at the moment Singapore Airlines, although I haven't personally flown with Qatar, but someone I know actually said that Qatar were even better. But yeah, Singapore Airlines have always been excellent when I travelled them. Have I ever been snorkeling? No, I've never been snorkeling. I don't want to. Actually, no, I have. Oh, what happened there? I have been snorkeling, actually. What's going on my computer? What was this? Oh, no, what happened? Oh, dear. Oh, there we go. I have been snorkeling, but I don't like it. I don't like having the mask on my face. And I definitely would not go scuba diving. That scares me. Have I ever been on safari? No, but I would like to. I would love to go to a safari and see the big five. That'd be awesome. What movie has inspired a previous trip? Serendipity. Serendipity is one of my top 5 favorite chick flick movies. And when I went to New York, we went to the ice rink that feeds in Serendipity, and we went to the Serendipity Cafe and had dinner, which was lovely. So I would say that would be probably the main one. Don't you hate interviews when they say any questions? Yes. Most adventurous thing you've done during travels? Probably the elephant washing an elephant and getting on the back of it. I was actually in the pool and the pond thing next to the elephant and scrubbing it, and then they told me to get up on the back of it, and that was terrifying. And even more terrifying when the elephant decided to stand up in the water and I was straddled across this elephant, like bareback across the elephant, and I was scared. That's, a whole other story. But it was awesome because I also love elephants, so being able to bath the elephant and being that close to it was amazing. Definitely one of those things I'll never forget. What was the scariest thing that's happened to you while traveling? Scariest thing that happened to you while traveling? I don't know, really. I had nothing. I don't know. Has anything bad happened to me? I wouldn't say scary. Let's change that to the most unfortunate thing that happened. Losing luggage. Traveling to the US, flying with 𝓒𝓸𝓷𝓽𝓪𝓬𝓽 and they lost our luggage, and we arrived in New York. We left here. It was summer, about 30 degrees when we left here. And then we arrived in New York. It was -4 degrees. And the suitcase that had all our kids' winter clothes in it had disappeared, and they couldn't find it. And so we ended up having to go to our hotel and had no warm clothes. So the first day I think we only had 3 days in New York, and the first day was spent looking for warm clothes for the kids. So we missed out on some tours and stuff. And then the second day, I think we got hit by jet lag and we missed half a day. So it ruined the New York trip. And then we had to fly to the UK, and they still hadn't found our suitcase. And we flew to the UK, and it took them 3 weeks to find the suitcase. And by which time, I think it was like 4 days before we were due to fly back home again. And they wouldn't even deliver it to the house we were at. We had to go drive to Manchester and go and collect the suitcase, which was really annoying. Severe turbulence. Oh, yeah, that'd be... Yeah, we've had some pretty... I've travelled with Mum a fair bit, and we've had some pretty terrible turbulence. Back in the day when I didn't like flying, and I would have panic attacks when the turbulence was really bad. There was one time Mum and I were travelling to Hong Kong, and we had bad turbulence, and the flight attendant came over, and I was like almost hyperventilating. Yeah, I want to be a flight attendant. Anyway, and they went and got the co-pilot, and I remember him coming down and like kneeling down next to me, and he was reassuring me, and they brought me drinks in like real china cups, and they gave me blankets and everything. So I remember that one. And also when I was flying around China, we were flying between Guangzhou and I think it was between Shanghai and Beijing it was. That's probably the worst turbulence I ever had. Like, I thought we were going to die, seriously. It was pretty bad. But yeah, I still want to be a flight attendant. I don't know. I reckon because I've been scared of it, I could empathize with passengers and be able to help them. So yeah. But yeah, so turbulence would be another scary thing. What is your favourite childhood memory? Travel related or not travel related? Probably not travel related. Oh gosh, probably Christmas, coming down the stairs and seeing my doll's pram at the bottom of the stairs. I had these 2 twin dolls and a twin pram, and coming downstairs and seeing that. That's probably my favourite childhood memory. If you could travel back in time, what decade would you choose to live in? 80s. I love the 80s. Even though we had no internet, that's probably one downside, but the music was the best in the 80s. What's the best thing you ever bought off Amazon? I don't know. I don't really buy much on Amazon. Probably music's related stuff. 60s. I mean, yeah, 60s would have been good too. They had good music too. What is your biggest regret in life? Probably caring too much about what other people think, because it's held me back a lot in life. And there's things that I should have done, but I didn't because of worrying about what people thought. And more recently, I would say not having good boundaries in place, which I'm working on. Stop taking people's crap. What else? Good music. It was excellent. Yeah, I actually do like 60s music. I like 60s, 70s, 80s I love, 90s I liked, and then it kind of went downhill from there. Apart from a couple of artists like Ed Sheeran and stuff. But my favourite artists would be number one, without a doubt, Michael Jackson. That will never change. He'll always be number one. Michael Jackson. And Darren Hayes would be my number two, and then the rest will kind of fluctuate. Prince, Madonna, U2, Ed Sheeran, 𝓛𝓸𝓸𝓴 Taylor Swift. I can't know, it's all kind of all over the place. But yeah. Did I say Prince? I think I said Prince. Yeah, I haven't said that one already. When do you feel the most alive? When I'm traveling and having adventure, and I don't know, I get so bored. Yeah, I don't know, experiencing new places and so yeah, seeing the world out there, because there's so much I want to see and I feel like I'm running out of time. So yeah. Do I have a fixed plan when traveling, or do I just wing it? I normally have a plan or rough outline of what I want to do, but I usually pre-book the hotels and airlines and then see what happens when we get there. What's one thing you can't live without? What's one thing I can't live without? My body. My family, my faith, music, definitely music. Hi, yeah, I can't live without you, because life just, wouldn't be the same without you. Hi, tinkerers. I'm running out of questions, guys. You need to give me some questions. Let me just move this over here so I can see it. Where did that go? Tinkerers, do you have any questions? Anything I can answer? Why did that change? I lost my eruption now. Okay. What toe is your favourite? I don't like toes. I don't like my toes especially. Don't like toes. That's a lovely question. Thank you. Can't see these questions. All right. What else? What is your favorite destination? Where would you most like to go? Everyone who's in the chat, where would you most like to go if money wasn't an object? I'd like to see where you guys want to go. Okay, Mars. All right. Is that because no one else is there? I don't think I want to go to space. Even when they start I think they have just started doing flights. I think Virgin Galactic just did a flight the other day. But I don't think I'd ever really want to do that. I don't know. Maybe it's cool to see Earth from that perspective, but I don't think I actually want to do that. Yeah, less people. Yeah. What about Desert Island? Oh, that's too hot. That's right. Okay. So I have running out of questions, guys. This is fun line, isn't it? I forgot other things. Also, I have some books to recommend if anyone's interested. I've been rereading this one. This is an awesome book. It's called Setting Boundaries by Rebecca Ray. I actually got to meet her recently, the author. But excellent book. You can pick it up online on Amazon or at Kmart, because that's where I got mine from. And also, for the ladies out there, this book here, also from Kmart. It's called Beautifully Brave by what's her name? Sarah Pendrick. Excellent book, also Kmart, and it's like really pretty inside, like the way they've written stuff. and I just want to show my book, this book off. If you want the book, I can send you the link, but it's really, really good. It's talking about basically setting goals and discovering yourself more, like, I think you can put it as. Anyway, I would like to tour Scotland, Wales and Ireland. Yes, I love Scotland. I would love to go back to Scotland and Ireland. I haven't been to Ireland. I've been to the UK so many times, but never been to Ireland. Bizarre. Yes, Scotland, the Highlands especially. And I want to see some Scotland coos. What is that noise? My computer's making all kinds of weird noises over here. Yeah, and I'd like to go to Ireland and see the 𝓔𝓃𝓀𝓃. My daughter went to Scotland a couple of years ago, and she went to the 𝓔𝓃𝓀𝓃, but she didn't know that she was in the 𝓔𝓃𝓃, and she was waiting for the 𝓔𝓃𝓃𝓃 and missed the whole thing. Anyway, long story. Why is my YouTube thing sending messages? A few people asked why I started the YouTube channel. Yeah. And where's my voice? And it was mainly because, like, I always watched all the other travel bloggers and thought that'd be really cool to do that, and I always wanted to. And then I was too, like, nervous to start, like, worried about what people would think, and also because it's a whole big learning curve, because I had to learn, like, editing skills and to be comfortable in front of the camera, which I'm still not quite comfortable. I'm still working on that. But it really pushed me out of my comfort zone, and it's making me having to face some of my fears so that I can achieve some of the goals that I want to achieve. The hardest part, I think, is content, because I live in Brisbane and between Brisbane and the Gold Coast. I find it hard to think of things to film, because everything to me is just normal and not really anything exciting. But then you've got to try and think of it like a tourist, and I find that really hard. The editing side of things takes hours and hours, and I have a really slow computer, so that makes it hard. But I've also learned so much, so it's been a massive learning curve, and I have enjoyed it. I'm just hoping I can go further afield with it eventually. England, to catch up with friends, I know. Yes, I would love to go back to the UK, see my friends. Go back to London, because I love London. And like I said, I was meant to be going for my 50th, but I am meant to be going for an interview at the end of the year, so I'll see what happens. Gotta find the airfare first. Yes. So I'm trying to grow the channel and learn as I go, which is, there's a lot to learn, trust me. But it's fun. I don't know. All right, well, I think I'm going to call this a day, because I haven't had that many people jump in, and I haven't had any questions sent in other than you guys in the comments here, and I decided I'd give it a go, see how it all works, so I can plan a better one down the track. Oh, hello, Anomaly. How are you? What a surprise. Do you have any questions before I go? Sorry, getting a cough from talking so much. I don't have to think. What's your favourite place to visit in Ipswich? Your house. That's probably about it. I haven't really been much places. Actually, Ipswich was on my list over on my wall over here of places I was supposed to go and film some stuff. I think I was going to go to the Railway Museum. And that's all I could find. I don't know what to go and see in Ipswich. Yeah, what an honour. So if there's anything in Ipswich that's worth me going to film, let me know. Hey. Excuse me. Oh, Nana's correcting you, spelling it the American way. There are walks. Okay, what? To the shops? The way called prison? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, actually, someone told me there's a really good chip shop They do the best chips with the best seasoning on them. So yeah, could go there. Then I'll give a secret away though, because everyone will go there then. 𝓤𝓸𝓷𝓽𝓪𝓬𝓽 𝓤𝓸𝓷𝓽𝓪. Was that at the pubs that we went to? Okay. I would like to go and film out at Stanthorpe and Warwick around the area and do the hike as well out that way, which I did once before, but I'd like to film that. And I think I'm going to do a wineries and waterfalls one again. But yeah, it's really hard to think of new content around here, and I need to go somewhere exciting. Yeah, Stanthorpe's nice. I like Stanthorpe in winter when it's cold, and I love how when we go camping, you can see so many stars because it's like removed from suburbia, so to speak, from all the lights. So it's really clear at night. So yes, I do love Stanthorpe as well. Yeah, I don't know what else. I am going to the 𝓒𝓾. I'm going to the 𝓒𝓾 this Thursday, and I'm hoping to film that for next week's vlog. I haven't been to the 𝓒𝓾 for years. Probably, I don't know, maybe, maybe about 25 years or something. I don't think I've been. Unless I went with my kids and they're younger. I don't remember. It's been a long time. So I'm going on Thursday. Yeah, so hopefully I'll better find something to film there. Yeah, so any suggestions of things to film around and about would be awesome, because it's really hard to think of something. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What else can I talk about? Do I do a tour of the asylum behind Goodna? I don't think everyone wants to see that. The most exciting thing out there would be the Railway Museum, and that's a stretch. There is a farm I keep seeing on TikTok at this farm, or flower farm, I think it is, and they have also animals. Well, actually, I could go out to, I don't know where it is. Is it 𝓒𝓸𝓶𝓮 Camel Farm or something? It's out that way, and you can like go ride the camels, I think, and you can have camel milk. Not that I really want to taste that, but I wouldn't mind seeing the camel farm maybe, but I'm not quite sure where it is, how far away it is through Switch. It might be close to you guys. I don't know. No, it's not milk. I know. I'm a bit skeptical about tasting it, but things you do for travel vlogs. Maybe you need to do some weekend trips up to Sunshine Coast. Yes, that would be nice. I did go up to Sunshine Coast a couple months ago, but it was a rainy day, and it kind of spoilt it. I went to 𝓁𝓁, and then it was raining, and I couldn't really film much. Then I drove to the ginger factory, but I gave up. The day wasn't going to plan. It was one of those days. I think it's on one of my vlogs. I have actually put it live. Yeah, nothing went to plan that day. Is it on the way to Warwick, the camel place? Maybe. Rainbow Beach area. Yeah, that'd be nice. Could do a 4-wheel drive thing if someone wants to go 4-wheel driving with us. How about the best hospitals around? You've been to them all, I know, especially the last couple of weeks. I can already tell you which one's my least favourite hospital, but I better not put it on here. Yeah. One of the hospitals, because those who don't know, who watch this later, I was in hospital a couple of weeks ago, and the hospital didn't even have enough blankets. I was freezing, and I asked for a blanket, and they said, no, they're sorry, we're all out. Like, what hospital runs out of blankets? Anyway, and then my daughter was in hospital this week a couple of times, and and she was a different hospital, and their staff were amazing, and she had 4 blankets in one go, heated blankets at that, and amazing food, and they didn't even offer us food when I was in hospital, the other hospital, but there was 4 of us sitting around her bed, not 3 of us sitting around her bed, and we all got offered a meal, and it was like delicious. really, really nice. Hospital customer service review. I know, I could do that. Actually, I should have filmed that. I should have had my secret camera out because I could have got some inside scoops. Look, Sherry, I know it was very nice. She had good service, and I've been to that hospital before where she was, and I can't fault them. I had really good experiences there. But this other one, I've had quite a few bad experiences, and I don't like going there. Mama? Yes, I want to live. I need you to look at something for me. Oh, well, my daughter's calling from through here. Yeah. I can't, Emily Jane. I'm not going in there. She's got a towel around her. That's why she's not coming in here. What is the most embarrassing thing your parents have ever done? My parents. I think my parents have ever done. I don't know. Mum? Yes, the Gold Coast Hospital is excellent. Thumbs up to Gold Coast Hospital. We won't name the other one, but Gold Coast Hospital, public hospital, is very, very good. And yeah, I've had so many good experiences there. I will vouch them all the way. I don't know the answer to that one. What about the... We don't speak about that one. You've heard good things. What about Logan? Okay. Shh. I'm sure there are people out there who've had really good experiences at Logan, and I'm sure there's people out there who've had not so good experiences at Gold Coast. So my personal experience is I always have a better experience at Gold Coast Hospital. Yes. Yes. Anyway. Yes. Andrew did have a good experience at Logan Hospital. I do know some other people who didn't have very good experiences at Logan Hospital, if they would like to speak up. But we're not here to bag hospitals. We're here to talk other stuff, aren't we? Anyway. So, where would you most like to go on holiday if you couldn't leave Australia? Where would you go in Australia to go on holiday? That's a good question. Personally, I like Melbourne. Melbourne's my favourite place in Australia to go visit. What secret have you kept that you've not told anyone? I don't like toes. That's probably about it. Okay. What about your secret favourite show if you had to pick one? What about your favourite show if you had to pick one? What? Yeah. Definitely don't like feet. But speaking of feet, my dad has beautiful feet. If anyone needs to see what beautiful men's feet look like, ask my dad. He could be a foot model. He could have his own OnlyFans with feet and like sell pictures and get really, really rich. Does anyone else not like feet? Is it just me? I don't know. What, Jesse's got nice feet? Really? Okay. Did anyone have any weird phobias or like dislikes? You know how like some people don't like the scraping of the nails on the chalkboard? Like this might be a sound or your phobia is your mother-in-law. Well, Emily Jane, just throw that bauble out, will you? Feet. It's funny people don't like feet. I hate the sound of chewing. You know when someone's like sitting next to you eating an apple and they crunch down next to you? I was like, I hate that. Let's talk about pet hates. Anyone got any pet hates, as in like things that irritate them or I don't know. around the house or with people or whatever? You seem to avoid the question too much. What question? I think you secretly love feet. No. You seem to get very defensive at the feet thing. I think you secretly love them. No, I don't like feet. Some people. What about toes? Nah, not really. Do you like toes? Why are we talking about feet? Toenails? No. I actually hate going to get my feet done. You know how you go like a pedicure and stuff? Like they need doing at the moment. But I actually hate people touching my feet. And I hate them scrubbing with the, what's it called? The file thing. That, you know how they scrape all the dead skin off, like with a cheese grater across your feet? I hate that. Like, oh, it's gross. Yeah, and I just hate them cutting. Not even thinking about it's grossing me out. No, I don't know. Could you give a review or the best around, please? Best around what? Hospitals? Back to hospitals again? Or feet? All right, I need to find some questions. All right, I'm going to ask these people who just joined. Oh, when they massage your head. Yeah. Oh, your review of the best nail salons around. Well, I only go to one. I've been going there for years. And they've always been excellent. Shout out to Coco Nails at Ormo, by the way. That's the only reason I go. What, to get your head massaged? I like it when they have the massage chairs and you can lie back and relax. That's nice. What's this one say? Try to read this question. Okay. What's the most embarrassing thing you did at school when you were a kid? Embarrassing. Did you hear that? Did you hear that in the background? Let me know if you heard that burp in the background. That's embarrassing thing I did at school as a kid. I wouldn't say embarrassing, but I got in trouble in grade 8, I think it was. I went to a private school for high school. That's the start of high school. And you weren't allowed to colour your hair. And I thought I would get around that. My friend and I got some watercolour paint on the weekend, and I had a fringe at the time. And I remember painting my fringe with this orange watercolour paint to stain my fringe, and then you kind of brush it out once it's dried and you have like a stained fringe. And I went to school, and my maths teacher was also the head of junior high school. And he saw my orange fringe and pulled me out of class and told me that I was going to get suspended and had to go home and I had to get my hair colour out of my hair. And I'm like, sir, it's not hair dye, it's paint. And he didn't believe me. And I said, it's paint. So I had to go to the water bubbler and I was like rubbing my fringe out with all this paint and coming out my fringe and stuff because I was scared I was going to get suspended. I'd be in trouble with mum and dad then. So yeah, I was such a rebel. What is the nicest act of kindness you've ever done that you never got credit for? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really think about the credit. I don't know. Can you think of any? Because I don't know. Have you ever felt misunderstood? Oh, yeah, all the time. Definitely. Yes. There's a few people that, yeah, let's not go there. Yes, definitely felt misunderstood, or things have been said about me that are completely untrue, that people have believed, people who should have known better. But, that happens in life, and if that's what they choose to believe, that's on them. And, yeah, but misunderstood, that's probably basically that, really. Yeah. What's your plan for the zombie apocalypse? I don't know. I don't know if I believe in zombie apocalypse. Although someone was telling me recently on a car drive about this zombie thing. About the, I think it was Jessie, if you're out there, about the mutant thing. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought about zombie apocalypse. My worst fashion disaster. I'm a fashionista, I am. Back in the 90s, it was trendy to wear, like, men's long socks that go up to the knee. It was trendy to buy those and then wear them, but then push them down, like scrunch them down around your ankles and wear those with like big boots. My mum used to hate me wearing that. What life advice would you give to your viewers? Where do I start? When I was a kid, stop worrying so much about what other people think of you, because most of the time they're not. And just do you and do things that you want to do and enjoy. And life is short. Trust me, it runs out really fast. But almost half a century now. So do the things that bring you joy and happiness. And yeah, lucky you, my therapist. No. Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me, and I was saying this earlier, I think you were in the thing at the time, but I think for me, I've always worried about what other people think, and I think I know a few other people in my family who were the same, and I think that kind of rubbed off on me. And yeah, I don't know. And so I was like, I've lived life not trying to upset people or trying to make people proud or try and do what society thinks that you should be doing. And yeah, I don't think that's always a good way to live. If you could relive one day of your life, which one would it be? Relive one day of my life. As in, like, do something differently, or just because it was so good I want to do it again? Is that what you mean? What would be one day of my life? Would it be? I don't know. Both. Oh gosh. The first time you met that Jessie fella, I reckon. No. The first time I met that Jessie fella, that was pretty good. He brought me, I believe it was 𝓤𝓸𝓷𝓽𝓪𝓬𝓽 ciders. So, he was a winner straight away. Yeah. Other son-in-laws didn't bring me alcohol. I got chocolate. Anyway, yes, no. I don't know what day I would relive. There'd be things I would redo or probably wouldn't do again, but yeah, I don't know. Probably, and that's okay. If I could relive another day, because I would say the last time I saw my granddad, because he was in hospital, and I knew, I just had this gut feeling that it was going to be the last time I saw him. I remember crying as I walked away because I was flying home to Australia that day, and I wished I could see him again. Which is your favourite child? I don't have favourite children. They're all my favourite. What's that other question? Which one? What am I to redo over? No, I'm not going to answer that question. It's okay. I'm not anyone watching. You can say it. If I had a reality TV show about my life, what would my theme song be? Our house in the middle of a street. Our house. Okay, let's go down. Gosh, these are terrible questions on here. Has to be an original song. Get the guitar out. Gosh, these are terrible. Okay, if I had to pick one, skydiving, bungee jumping, or scuba diving, which one would I do? Well, I've already said I won't do scuba diving because I'm scared of running out of air under the water. Bungee jumping I can't do because of my back. Skydiving, I mean, I really don't like the idea of jumping out of a plane. So I don't like any of those options. But if I had to choose one, probably skydiving, I guess. Which of my family members am I most like? A bit of a mix. I have my dad's fussiness with food. Oh, sorry, not fussiness, selectiveness with food. My bangers, well, you see bangers and mash type girl. More like, I like traditional food. I don't like all the fancy stuff that's out there. And I have my dad and my mum's music, taste in music, as in I like all the stuff that I grew up on that they used to play, and musical ear, as in like playing music instruments, guitar and piano. So that's from my parents. I really wish I had my mum's cooking skills and my granddad's cooking skills. But yeah, discernment. Yes, I have a very discerning spirit, and I can normally read people really well, usually, and have a really good gut instinct about people, and usually it's right. It's been learned over time. What would you rather, deep sea scuba diving or walk through a butterfly greenhouse? Oh my gosh, deep sea scuba diving. Oh, no way. No way. Yeah, no. Even the butterfly house at Singapore Airport, I won't go in there. No way. What would you rather? Would you rather any of those three? Which one would you do, Jessie? Would you go skydiving, scuba diving, or bungee jumping? If you had no fears, what would your dream career be? If I had no fears, I mean, still be flight attendant, I think. I mean, yeah. I've always wanted to be a flight attendant. Yes, you had Meghan Markle. I did have Meghan Markle worked out. I remember on their wedding day, I said, she gives me bad vibes. I don't trust her. She's acting. And look where we are now. You'd go skydiving. Okay. All right. Note to self, Jessie's turning, how old are you turning? 30. Skydiving. Emily Jane wants to go skydiving. You go together. Who's Jessie? Jessie is Tinkerus, I believe. I don't know. Jessie's this random person that I'm talking to. Who's messaging me on here? I'm going to go soon because we're talking away and nothing's really happening. Hopefully someone else is about to join us shortly. I'll ask you guys some questions. What's the best movie you've seen this year that's come out? Because I need to go to the movies and see some movies. But have you watched any movies this year? I recently watched, is it called A Man Called Otto? It's got Tom Hanks in it. I recently watched that one. That was quite moving. I actually quite enjoyed that movie. Someone else told me that it was very dark, and it was. It had a kind of went with the storyline, but I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was good. What else have I seen this year? I don't know. I don't really go to the movies very often. Yes, it was a good movie. Has anyone else been to the movies? Oh, I got hiccups now. Excuse me. Oh gosh. I'm still trying to find some decent questions. How long have I been talking for? Probably too long. Yeah, there hasn't been many movies out this year. I'm trying to think. I did go to movies a few months ago. But what did I go see? I can't remember now. Don't know. Oh, I know. So earlier this year, I went to see the Titanic 3D. That was good. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I got to go too. Yeah, thanks for joining my little live. Sorry it wasn't very exciting. I just wanted to test it to see how it all works and everything, and I'll plan it better one down the track. But just want to jump on here and test it out and say hello. And yeah, so thanks for watching. I'm going to go now and finish reading my book, Beautifully Brave. Bit of a plug. Good book. I went in 1970 to see Dr. Zhivago. Oh, wow. I saw a whole movie. I don't even know if any good movies coming out. They haven't really, I think everything's gone quiet. Does anyone know any good movies coming out? I don't want to see Barbie. It doesn't interest me whatsoever. A few people I know have been to see that. Is it Oppenheimer or something? But I haven't seen that. But yeah, bye. All right, I'm going to go because I need to go and do some stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I shall see you guys another time. And yeah, tune in next Tuesday night for the travel blog, where it'll be the 𝓾 and maybe a few other things. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up down below if it gives you the option. I don't know if it does on a live. I think it does. Yeah. But anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.